Welcome to Date Night with the
Coopers.
That's the Halloween, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't really even celebrate Halloween, but it's the spooky October version.
It's the spooky version.
Anyway, this is the channel where we do film and sometimes TV reviews. If we like a film, what do we do?
Upstream, put it in your queue.
If we don't like it at all, we're not feeling it.
Keep scrolling.
Ain't nobody got time to waste their time streaming something bad, please.
True.
Yes. We are reviewing, what is it called?
Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night, directed by Michael Giacchino, co-written by Heather Quinn and Peter Cameron.
And starring Gael Garcia Bernal, Laura Donnelly, and also, what's her name? Harriet Sampson Harris. That's it.
She did the dang thing. She
Yeah.
did it. But first, before we get into this film,
I remember.
What?
I remember where I know her from.
Where do you know her from? I know her face though. She's been in a lot.
She was in Momentum. You remember the scene at the end?
I didn't see
where
that.
the guy is putting the needle in and he doesn't have his memory and he puts it in the woman twice and she doesn't believe he'd do it because she really thinks. Anyway, I just reckon that's where I know her face from.
I've seen that. He has seen everything. That's what I recognize her from. When I saw her, I said, oh, I've just watched her in so many films.
Yeah.
Anyway, she plays the evil stepmom. But we get into that. But before we get into any of this, look, housekeeping, y'all. Please like, subscribe, comment. We love comments. And hit that notification bell so you can know when we're posting new stuff, which will be more regularly. I mean, we're always commenting and posting on our couch with amongst each other.
That's true.
But we're putting it out in the universe on YouTube now. Yeah,
True.
You get our 2 cents. All right, let's do a deep dive. First out, shout out to our boy, Gene Felix, who told us about this even before it was coming out, that they were doing this. Gene works for Disney, and he always is texting us links to trailers and things to be out on the watch for. So thank you, Gene. We're reviewing this bad boy.
Big G
and his beautiful family. Moving on. All right. So this takes place, and I don't know what time period. I know the comic book came out in the 50s. The first one was in the 50s, and then again in the 70s. Mm-hmm. And then there was something in the 80s, right? Mm-hmm. It was like whatever. And then in 2020 is when they really went hard with it. So this character has been in the MCU since it was Atlas, since before Marvel was Marvel.
Yeah.
The 50s is Atlas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
If I remember, it started off in Marvel Tales. Issues 1 through 4 or 1 through 6.
Early.
And then they kind of dropped it, but there also was a first appearance of Moon Knight in that Marvel Tales.
Right. So it's interesting how this came out. It looks like totally different from anything else you've seen on Marvel. But then again, this is they're calling it the new grown-up Marvel.
Yeah. Like
Black Panther, all this stuff is grown-up superhero stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not joking all every 5 seconds. This is grown up. So it's the first, I guess, installment of that. We're in phase 4 now. What was interesting to me is that it also was in Morbius. This character was in Morbius. He also was in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they did a crossover in the 80s with Doctor Strange and Spider-Woman and a few other people, and then they brought it back in the 90s. And he appeared in Morbius. That's right. Yeah.
Right. He was a guest appearance, but his own comics were few. But this is them just being other comics.
Right.
So we're like, okay, Marvel, we see you. But anyway, to get into the actual story, and shout out to Al for telling me to say spoiler alert. Okay, spoiler alert. Shout out to Al for that one. Spoiler alert. We won't tell you the whole film, but we have to tell you some things while we're reviewing it and give the background.
Just the setup.
Yeah, setup. Although some channels tell you the whole thing, and that's good. I rock with them too. Here we go. So this is a dark night. The monster hunters have all gathered to pay their respects to Ulysses Bloodstone. He's like head monster hunter, right? And these folks, they out hunting monsters.
Right.
That's what they do. And so they're all there. They pay a lot of attention, put a lot of focus on Jack Russell, not the dog, but Jack Russell, who's a monster hunter. And one of the guys, I think his name was Jovan or something, Joshua Jovan, gave him a compliment. "Oh, I like your face paint." And he was looking like, all right. So it made me think, is that face paint? What's going on here? Mm-hmm. But anyways, black and white, the way they shot it, you can't tell anyway. But in there's a lot of decapitated monsters' heads are hung with pride as trophies. There's a butler. Yes. What's the butler voice, Ralph?
Yes, the butler, very much. Yes.
Like 30s and 40s type butler is introducing everybody.
Yes.
And his wife, who is, what was her name? Vanessa Bloodstone. Yeah. Vanessa. Vanessa Bloodstone, evil stepmama now. Vanessa Bloodstone is so happy everybody's there, is welcoming everybody. And who crashes the party and comes in is Elsa Bloodstone, not Elsa from Frozen, y'all. Elsa Bloodstone. She shocks everybody by coming. She is the estranged daughter of said Ulysses, who has passed away, who didn't want a monster hunt. Now she's up there, and they are all there because there is another one of these Marvel like cosmic weapons. It's called the Bloodstone, which has a special power over monsters. They all are there to compete to get it, and they have like this. I don't know. Was that him dead? The Ulysses? The butler opens the casket and he rises up and is talking animatronically. Yeah, I said, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
It's kind of gross. Like they made his corpse talk.
Yeah.
His widow was like, ooh, like, you know, like she's enjoying it though, but like in awe of him. I said, that's the dead body.
Yeah.
The monster hunters are looking like, what is this? They were grossed out. Yeah. And they're monster hunters. But anyway, he was giving them the rules of what was going to happen. Basically, they have attached the Bloodstone to a very, very strong, wicked creature, a monster, which is weakening the monster. And they have to all go out and compete and find it. One of the monster hunters said, yo, it's not fair that Elsa's here. That's like his daughter. And the evil stepmama was like, she's not getting any special privileges.
Right.
So what did you say that meant? Like,
I said, they look like, oh, we're going to F that B.
Yeah, open season on you, child. You shouldn't be here. You turned your back on us. And so what's interesting is when they start listing how many monsters these people have killed, Jack Russell has had the highest number. He has the highest number, like 100 and something. And I'm like, that dude? Because he doesn't seem like everybody else.
Very unassuming.
Very unassuming. And then they're off to the races. So, yeah, it's a very interesting film. And then these are black and white, except for the Bloodstone is in color.
Yeah, the whole film's black and white, but the Bloodstone is bright red.
Until you get to near the end.
Yeah, it's really stylized. It's really cool. They've got lots of chiaroscuro lighting. It's a film noir. It has the essence of all the elements of film noir, using shadow to, you know, cover characters' faces and things like that. It's really cool. It's really well made. Right.
If you appreciated WandaVision and some of the techniques they use with WandaVision, you probably have the same feeling about this. Okay, let's get to the next.
Well,
what you think?
WandaVision was tough to get through at the very beginning. It got good at the end.
Yeah, but they used a black and white.
Okay.
Yeah, black and white. That's it. You stuck with it. I dipped out in the middle, but then I came back. I said, oh, it's good. I came on back. I said, oh, this is good. Ralph will stay with you, right?
That was a rough
He stayed with you tough like me. He stayed with you. Anyway, moving on. What did you think? Did you think this was a well-written film?
The film, it's a fun movie. It's very well written. It's well acted. It's very stylized. It's got a lot of really cool elements as far as their set design. They use lighting extremely effectively. It's really good. It's a really good film.
You already said you believed in like the performers, so do you think it's good for date night?
Yeah, I thought it was fun. It's a really fun movie. It's a really well-made film, which of all the movies we've kind of reviewed so far, this is the one I'm most comfortable saying I would gladly give this one an upstream.
Upstream for me too. I just thought it was well produced, well directed, well acted, well everything.
Yeah.
And shout out to the 50s.
Shout out to the 50s.
I was going to give a shout out to the originator. You know, rest in peace. Shout out. Okay. Well, that's it. Scroll response. That's how I thought. That's a good one for this month, October.
Yeah.
And watch out for our updates on our Patreon. It's coming very soon. And thank you guys for all the love and all the comments. And I guess we will talk to you later.
Scroll responsibly.
Scroll responsibly.